A man has been charged with planning an attempt on Theresa May's life. Credit Toby MelvilleREUTERS A man has been charged with planning to use an improvised explosive device to blow up the gates of Downing Street before entering number 10 and making an attempt on Theresa May's life. Naaimur Zakariyah Rahman, 20, allegedly planned to launch a bomb attack on the security gates outside Downing Street before detonating a suicide vest in number 10 in a bid to kill Theresa May. Rahman has been charged with preparing acts of terrorism and will appear in court alongside Mohammed Imran, 21, who is accused of trying to join Islamic State. Rahman, of North London, and Imran, of southeast Birmingham, were arrested by officers from the Met's Counter-Terrorism Command on Tuesday, November 28. Both men appeared at Westminster Magistrates Court on Wednesday and were remanded in custody. An armoured police vehicle carrying terror suspects Naaimur Zakariyah Rahman, 20, and Mohammed Imran, 21, arrives at Westminster Magistrates Court. Credit Ben Cothra London News Pictures. Details of the alleged terror plot were set out to cabinet members on Tuesday during a briefing by Andrew Parker, the head of MI5. Mr. Parker revealed that British intelligence had foiled 9 terror plots in the past 12 months. The disclosures about the charges came just hours after an official report into the Manchester terror attack revealed that the suicide bomber had been flagged for closer scrutiny by security services and that the atrocity could have been averted had the cards fallen differently. MI5 investigators misinterpreted intelligence on Salman Abedi earlier this year, and it was disclosed his case was due to be discussed at a meeting scheduled for 9 days after his May attack at the Manchester Arena. The report suggested Salman Abedi's attack in Manchester could have been stopped. Credit FBGT. Internal reviews into the police and MI5's handling of the 4 terrorist attacks in Britain this year also revealed one of the London Bridge attackers had been under active investigation by the security service. The Westminster Bridge attacker, Khalid Masood, had also had suicide attack videos on YouTube in the days before he carried out his assault. David Anderson, QC, a former terrorism law reviewer asked by the Home Secretary to independently check the secret internal reviews, said they were no cause for despair, and that most attack plots continued to be broken up. In response to his 61-page report, Amber Rudd, the Home Secretary, said the blame for the attacks lies squarely with the terrorists. The reviews found that 22-year-old Abedi had previously been a MI5 suspect, but was not under active investigation when he blew himself up among the crowd at an Ariana Grande concert. Tributes to the Manchester terror attack, which killed 22 people. Credit Ben Stanzal AFP. In advance of the attack, officers had on 2 separate occasions received unspecified intelligence on him, whose significance was not widely appreciated at the time, and which could have led to his case being reopened. In retrospect, the intelligence can be seen to have been highly relevant to the planned attack, the report said. Mr. Anderson concluded that while it was unknowable if reopening the investigation would have thwarted Abedi, it was conceivable that the Manchester attack in particular might have been averted had the cards fallen differently. Between March and June, London and Manchester experienced 4 attacks, killing a total of 36 people and wounding another 200. Abedi had first become an MI5 subject of interest in 2014, but it transpired he had been mistaken for someone else and his case was closed. It was reopened the following year on mistaken intelligence that he had contacted an Islamic State figure in Libya. But though his case remained closed from that point, Abedi continued to be referenced from time to time in intelligence gathered for other purposes. In 2 separate instances before the attack, intelligence was received that was assessed at the time to relate not to terrorism, but to possible known nefarious activity or to criminality. Terrorist attacks in the UK. An automated trawl of suspects data designed to spot closed cases that may need re-examining identified him as one of fewer than 100 individuals out of a total of more than 20,000 closed subjects of interest, who merited further examination. A meeting arranged before the attack was due to take place on May 31. Salman Abedi's case would have been considered, together with the others identified. The attack intervened on May 22. Mr. Anderson said, with the benefit of hindsight, intelligence was misinterpreted in early 2017. MI5's internal investigation concluded that the decision not to reopen an investigation into Abedi in early 2017 was finely balanced and understandable. Reviewers decided that, on the clear balance of professional opinion, a successful preemption of the gathering plot would have been unlikely. Across all of the incidents, 3 of the 6 attackers were on MI5's radar. Andy Burnham, the mayor of Greater Manchester, said the report will be a difficult read for everyone in Manchester and most particularly for the bereaved families and those still recovering from the attack. He said the report was obviously the result of a lot of soul-searching on behalf of MI5 and the police. He said, I accept its conclusion that there is no way of knowing whether the Manchester attack could have been stopped. But it is clear that things could, and perhaps should, have been done differently.